If you could look into a crystal ball and, the world's changing at a crazy rate right now, like where do you see little miracles in 5 years?
Oh, gosh. I get asked that a lot. Well, I know for a fact, the world would be better if every neighborhood had little miracles happening all the time.
Yeah.
It would change the world. Not only because people would be out there connecting with each other, but it does so much good to just see the good. Because for whatever reason, our media likes to talk about the bad.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of it.
It's everywhere.
But why? Why do we talk so much about that? Because I feel like whatever you give your attention to is what happens. More flows to that.
Yeah.
And if we would just stop doing that as much as we do, and we would flood the airwaves with all the good, because I could tell you stories for days about things people are doing for other people all over that you have no idea about.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these people are so amazing. They're not trying to shout it from the rooftops. I like to spread the message, but I get too, there's sometimes some of them are personal things and they're amazing and they're happening all the time.
All the time.
And we just need people to hear that more because it would breed, it's contagious.
Inspire.
It would inspire more of that.
Yeah.
And people would feel more hopeful about the world and then feel more optimistic. And I guarantee you it would change things drastically if we had that flooding our airwaves more. So I know, Mike Rowe did a thing a few years back and did a little show and put it out there to the world.
I watched that.
Well,
Super
we
cool.
had people calling us from all over.
How do I get involved? How can I do this in my neighborhood?
Yes. And you know what? One of them was my cousin in Colorado. She's like, I didn't even know you do this. We started planning one. We were going to go there and help her. And it was literally like pandemic hit, like a couple weeks after that thing aired. And it kind of put a halt on things, for obvious reasons. But it happens every time. Anytime there's a project, the momentum gets going crazy. That's when all the nominations come in. That's when people want to get involved. So the more you do it, the more it grows. And sometimes it's hard to know. I wish it was easier. We're trying to put together a blueprint to help other people know how. We kind of have one. We're working on it, just so that we can help share how we did this and help other people, do it in their community. I wish we could travel around and kind of show everybody, but we can help give them the idea, because the truth is, we're obviously a 501c3, an official nonprofit, but when I started, we weren't.
Yeah.
And it still didn't keep us from going into Home Depot and saying, is your manager here? Can I tell him what we're doing? If you go in and you have a picture of a family you're trying to help and you're pretty specific, like, we really weren't trying to fix up their yard and we were trying to hopefully get a fire pit. 9 times out of 10, a manager, if you just catch them in the right moment and you don't ask too much, they're going to help you out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to donate what they can. And you get a bunch of people doing that and you come together and it's pretty miraculous what can happen. So I like to share that with people. You don't have to have a nonprofit, We can help you with that if you need to, because you do need to do that if you're going to get set up correctly. But I would just love, I haven't really put any big expectation because I felt like it's volunteer. I never want people to feel like they have to do it. We've never needed that. We've never really needed money to do anything. It's the energy that creates it, and it's the people being willing. Could we do it easier if we had some money? Yeah, we could pay some people to do some things, but I also have thought I want it to keep going as long as people are having good experiences and want it to go. And so far, there's always people. There's always people that want to keep it going. So I hope it keeps going, and hopefully we can get better about getting a little blueprint and helping other people in other communities as more people hear about what we're doing and get inspired to do it themselves. It's very rewarding to think of it in those terms. So I would love it in 5 years to still be doing it.
And make it scalable so you could grow it into other areas.
Yeah. And make it, and maybe even have some partners that, you get a corporate partner or something of that. You could do it a lot easier. But I know there's liabilities. There's things that come with all of that, as I've learned. But I just want to keep going and having experiences, I guess selfishly, even if it's a little mom and pop thing for us. It's changed my family's life, you know?
Sure.
My kids are now older. One of the full circle moments, I joked about how my husband, you know, who I didn't know at the time, was there with his teenage boys, and I was kind of feeling bad that I could never really get my teenage boys to
jump on.
But now, my son and his wife nominated a family last summer, and it was a pretty cool full circle moment to help them do this for someone in their neighborhood, you know? So I just hope that we can keep going, and it'd be great to spread this to as many people and as many communities as possible. But if nothing else, I'm just going to be grateful to continue to see lives changed in the communities around here, you know?